Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we are looking at a paper trending on X, published on August 15, 2025, just 3 days ago. The core idea is bold. Living systems create and use their own representational time, turning self-reference from a paradox into a process that supports memory, learning, prediction, and open-ended creativity. The paper is titled, Open Questions About Time and Self-Reference in Living Systems. And as we will see later, the implications for modeling life and intelligence are quite significant. Beyond the concept, the work surveys mathematical and computational tools for self-modifying systems and argues that models must evolve along with the phenomena they describe. Building on that, researchers and creators highlight the release, ask whether models can learn in their own dreams, and wonder about evolution across representational time, with one post showing strong engagement at 237 likes. Alright, this figure contrasts a flat loop with a rising spiral to show how time dissolves circular self-reference. On the left, a two-dimensional circle shows a system pointing to itself, which looks like a closed loop. On the right, adding a time axis turns that loop into a spiral, meaning each reference targets a later self, not the same instant. Building on the paper's theme, the spiral reframes paradox as development across moments. Next, this multi-panel figure surveys classic views of closure in living systems. Focus on the full graphic first, then we can zoom in. On the left, the organism circle with a returning arrow shows autopoiesis, meaning self-production coupled to an environment. In the center, the MR schema depicts functions that generate each other, closing the causal loop. Moving right, the coupled regulators show two feedback controllers linked through a shared variable. Finally, the top versus bottom feedback boxes contrast first-order control with reflexive, second-order cybernetics. Now we shift to a stacked ladder that clarifies levels of description. Start by viewing the whole diagram, which runs vertically from system at the bottom to meta-language at the top. Moving upward, the system is what acts in the world, the model defines or simulates that system, the language specifies how models are written, and the meta-language defines languages. Building on the earlier theme, this hierarchy shows where self-modification can occur when higher levels rewrite the ones below. Building on that latter view, two takeaways stand out. First, representational time, the lived past, present, future constructed by organisms, turns circular self-reference into developmental change. Second, modeling life needs frameworks that can rewrite themselves across levels. Domain theory means mathematical orders that permit self-application. Coalgebra models endlessly unfolding behavior. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.